Here's what's going on with the stock market. It is down by about 500 points. Oil has risen by about 7%. Gold rose by 1%. And oil topped at $74 a barrel. Once again, oil prices jumped by about 7%. Energy and defense stock gained, while airline shares fell. Well, no one's going to be wanting to fly if there's a threat of World War III. The Israeli strikes on the nuclear facilities, and they have killed top military commanders. They're already scrambling, Iran, to replace those commanders. According to the Israeli military, some 200 fighter jets took part in the strikes, and Iran does promise harsh response. U.S. President Donald Trump says Iran must make a deal. He's hoping this recent attack will encourage them to make a deal. Well, they're not going to. Trump said that Iranian representatives were calling him to suggest they still want to make a deal. No, they just want to buy some time to get more organized with their new commanders. As of 11 a.m. East Coast time, Trump was supposed to have a meeting with different security people in the Situation Room. It's currently probably almost 11:30 as I'm making this video there. Trump said earlier today we gave them a chance and they didn't take it. They got hit about as hard as you're going to get hit. And there's more to come, a lot more. 2 months ago, I gave Iran a 60-day ultimatum to make a deal. They should have done it. Today is day 61. Now they have perhaps a second chance. Iran promised a harsh response to the overnight onslaught, which killed the heads of both its armed forces and the powerful Revolutionary Guards. Israel said about 100 drones had been launched towards Israel. Well, I had heard 200, so who knows what the truth is. Everyone seems to love to exaggerate. Around 8 a.m. GMT time, an order for Israeli citizens to remain near protected areas had been lifted, suggesting that most of, if not all of the drones had been intercepted. Now, Iran's Noor News said 78 people have been killed and 329 injured in the Israeli attacks on residential areas in Tehran. Now, Reuters is saying that at least 20 senior commanders were killed. 2 regional sources had told them. The head of the Revolutionary Guards Aerospace Force was also reportedly to be among those killed. The attack started early Friday morning, their time, about 3 a.m., and it's still ongoing, and Israel says it's going to continue the strikes. So here we have a list of those that were killed, and I'm just going to let the computer read off the names because I am not going to try and pronounce these.
Hossein Salami. Salami was commander-in-chief of Iran's elite Revolutionary Guards Corps, or IRGC. Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khomeini appointed Salami, who was born in 1960, as head of the IRGC in 2019. Mohammad Bagheri. A former IRGC commander, Major General Bagheri was Chief of Staff of Iran's armed forces from 2016. Born in 1960, Bagheri joined the Guards during the Iran-Iraq War of the 1980s. Amir Ali Hajizadeh. Hajizadeh was the head of the Revolutionary Guards Aerospace Force. Israel has identified him as the central figure responsible for directing aerial attacks against its territory. In 2020, Hajizadeh took responsibility for the downing of a Ukrainian passenger plane, which occurred shortly after Iran launched missile strikes on U.S. targets in Iraq in retaliation for the U.S. drone strike that killed Qasem Soleimani. Gholam Ali Rashid. Major General Rashid was head of the IRGC's Khatam al-Anbiya headquarters. He previously served as Deputy Chief of Staff of the Iranian Armed Forces, and fought for Iran during the 1980s war with Iraq. Faridoun Abbasi Davani. Abbasi, a nuclear scientist, served as head of Iran's Atomic Energy Organization from 2011 to 2013. A hardliner, Abbasi was a member of parliament from 2020 to 2024. Mohammad Mehdi Tehranki, a nuclear scientist, was head of Iran's Islamic Azad University in Tehran. 4 other scientists killed in Friday's strikes are Abdolhamid Manoucher, Ahmed Reza Zalfagari, Amir Hossein Faghi, and Modali Bazadeh.
I'm dyslexic, so I have a hard enough time pronouncing English words at times, especially when I get tired. So, yeah, please excuse using the computer to pronounce these names. Airstrikes in Iran by Israel are ongoing even today. This is the Tabriz airport in northwest Iran. And, we can't let Iran have nuclear weapons. I believe they already have them. They originally bought one a long time ago from Pakistan. We got to be aware of sleeper cells here in the United States being activated. Let's play this. Keep your head on a swivel. Additional Israeli strikes target the area of Tabriz Air Base in northwestern Iran a short while ago. The IRGC, Fars News Agency, reported. It also said that 8 people were killed there at that air base. So, yeah, it's going to take a while before we get really any accurate numbers or details. Now, Israel said they are going to continue the airstrikes. There's been at least 6 as of last night when I went to bed. But here we have a report that was probably 4 hours ago. It says, Iran media reporting, Israeli forces are currently striking IRGC positions in Kenansha, western Iran. And I'm going to play this for you. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Another image, it says here, Iran's Atomic Energy Organization. We need to clean up the radiation inside the Natanz site before we can assess the damage. Yeah, that's a big question. I don't think we're going to get the truth from anybody about any possible radiation. Here's an example of other people that were killed during this airstrike because they were with those that were being targeted. The IDF confirms it eliminated the commander of the IRGC's Air Force Admiral Ali Hazad, along with his top chain of command, as they were convening in the underground command center. How many people were in that underground center? Iran is quickly replacing those that were in leadership. Here it says the new IRGC chief commander, Mohammad Pakir. Israel's attack, he says, will certainly not go unanswered, and the gates of hell will soon be open upon them. Israel will face a painful fate. He evidently was involved in the IRGC at the beginning of the Islamic Revolution and was a veteran of the 8-year-long Iran-Iraq War. During a maneuver in Iran, he asserted that IRGC wants to promote the security of the region and the abilities of the armed forces and to demonstrate new tactics in military operations. He expressed that drones help to keep the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps on their toes and shows the consistency of preparedness of the force. Here we have a video on X of an Iranian drone that was intercepted over Qanira in southern Syria near the border with Israel. Yeah, I'll make it bigger for you. Hold on. Alright, so let me push play. There it is blowing up. Yeah, so, this new commander, he likes to have drones. He likes the use of drones. He calls it modern warfare. This here is a video of several military aircraft that Israel destroyed into breeze. Yeah, it's pretty shaky. Sorry. They do a closer view of the smoke. So, yeah, a lot of damage. I haven't heard anything about radiation from the nuclear sites yet. And the retaliation, supposedly, it has been minor. 200 drones Iran sent in to Israel last night. But with their military commanders being killed, yeah, it's gonna probably put a delay on retaliation. Always be safe. Pray for Israel. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.